Welcome back to MediaBistro.com's Media Beat. We're here again with Bill Hemmer from Fox News.
Kevin.
We're going to talk a little bit now about sort of what's going on in the industry in general. Okay. And first I want to get your thoughts on the evening opinion hosts get a lot of press and a lot of attention. And I want to know...
a lot of viewers.
And a lot of viewers, yeah. So I'm kind of wondering, do you think that there is any sort of an effect on the news reporters and anchors?
I hope not. You wonder if some of that bleeds over into other areas. In our case, it does not. On our broadcast with Martha McCallum and me, we shoot it down the middle at 9 a.m. And for the next several hours after that. I think there's a place for that opinion, though, whether it's at Fox or whether it's at CNN or MSNBC. And I think if you look at the audience trends, I mean, clearly people are drawn to it. So you can't avoid that. Yeah. And I think it's, you know, I often talk about newsrooms as being the greatest democracies that we have in America because you or I, we walk into these newsrooms, we come with our own, maybe in some cases, lifetime baggage, but, you know, we're all raised differently in different religions and different neighborhoods and different parts of the country, and we have different educations, and we have different values, frankly. And so when we look at stories or we try and decide what story is important and why, you can bring your argument to the table and I'll bring mine, and together collectively we'll figure out, you know, what is the proper way to address or approach a story or all the stories we do. I think the opinion guys and gals do the same thing, but it's more in their niche when they're trying to figure out, you know, what it is they want to say about a particular topic. I think it's possible, though, and I've seen this at two different networks now, where you can keep those in separate silos and make it work.
Besides that sort of shift that we've seen, what are the other big trends, or what other big trend do you foresee for the TV news industry over the next few years?
Great question. I think our viewership, frankly, for the past year has, I think it's shocked all of us. I don't think anyone anticipated a year ago the audience growth that we would experience at the Fox News Channel. And because of that, you know, I'd be more inclined maybe 2 years ago to sit here and answer your question with a pitch about the internet. But I haven't seen that. I know it's grown. I think people go there, and it obviously has its place, and rightfully so, for a very long time. But I think the cable industry right now is thriving.
Yeah, a lot of people do say internet. That's the first thing that they answer to that question. So.
And perhaps maybe, you know, what Steve Case's idea was it 1999, when he was the head of AOL and they merged with Time Warner and took all the Turner properties, chiefly CNN, and they told us that you would have a keyboard in your living room at home. Well, what happened was they did the audience testing on that, and this goes back to the mid to late 1990s, and people were coming home from work and seeing a keyboard in their living room, and they thought, no, you know, get out of here. I don't want to see you because you remind me of the previous 10 or 12 hours of my life. And it failed then. And I think it failed, frankly, because the consumer wasn't ready. And I think more and more you find that people are on their computer as they're watching television. It did not happen nearly as quickly as Steve Case and AOL wanted, obviously. But I think the trend is in that direction still today, obviously.
Yeah. Back to sort of your work at Fox News, I got a question. Do you miss Megyn Kelly?
Yeah, you bet I do. We just saw each other yesterday, and we said, I miss you too. And we had a great run together, and we have a great relationship, always did from day one, and always will for that matter. And I think we were able to take that day part, you know, from 9 to 11 and really build it up and attract an audience, and we were proud of that. And had a great team to help us do that too.
Well, let's talk some more about some women that you have friendships with. I just want to get your immediate quick reactions. I'm going to say some names, and you just give me an immediate reaction. Okay. Nancy Grace.
Pioneer.
Okay. Paul Azan.
Great friend.
Soledad O'Brien.
Ditto.
Darren Kagan.
Wow. We go back a long way. Banana Toast.
What?
We had this thing. We were working in Atlanta. Darren and I were co-anchors for years together. And I always bring a banana to the set because you're sitting there for 2 or 3 hours, and if there's breaking news, maybe I need something to eat. And then she started doing the same thing as we would toast bananas 8:59 in the morning. So yeah, there's your answer.
Okay. All right, and lastly, Martha McCallum.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, really, I feel lucky and fortunate to be with her. And especially now, you know, one of Martha's fortes is politics. And we're in that political season right now where just about every day you're going to find stories that have a tie into the midterm elections, and she knows her stuff.
All right, last question. True or false? You wear a purple tie on Fridays for your high school football team.
Yeah, I think some people probably think, what is up with that? I went to a special school, and when we had a special football game or a special basketball game, we were playing for the state championship. It was a Purple Friday day, and you didn't have to wear your tie, and you could wear gym shoes, and you could wear corduroys, no jeans, or something else, you know, pants or slacks, but we don't wear those normally and every day anyway. So it was always a special day, and I don't know, a couple years back, I thought, you know what, maybe we need to pick up on that, and I can't tell you, man, how many people have sent me purple ties.
Really?
Yeah, from back home in Ohio. And if you need to borrow a purple tie, man, I've got it in every shade and every pattern you can imagine.
All right, well, next media beat, I might be wearing a purple tie from you. Bill, I want to thank you for coming in.
And a fair observation at the end there. You're welcome, Kevin. Good to be with you.
Thanks for joining us on MediaBistro.com's Media Beat.